Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
This is the closing bell on the Stock Movers Report. The companies making moves at the close of U.S. trading with Carol Massar, Tim Stenovec, Romaine Bostick, and Scarlett Fu.
You've got about 418 names to the upside in the S&P 500, 85 losing ground today.
I just want to point out that Bitcoin is also at an all-time high. As we're celebrating all-time highs, $122,840 is a Bitcoin. Here's your IMAP to see which sectors did well and which did poorly. Tech is down, and actually NVIDIA closed the day lower, but we had Apple and Amazon adding the most points to the S&P 500. You see financials did well, industrials did well, and healthcare as well, and that's why the Dow Jones outperformed the S&P 500.
All right, folks, let's get to some of the individual gainers, if we may, in today's session. Number one gainer in the S&P 500, Paramount Skydance, soaring up as much as 60% or almost 60% at its highs today, intraday, finishing with a gain of just shy of 37%. Exuberance, excitement, I don't know. You know that Paramount and Skydance, of course, completed its merger last Thursday. On Monday, it announced a 7-year agreement with TKO Group, giving Paramount exclusive media rights to UFC events in the United States. All I'm going to say is investors just continuing to push this one higher and higher and higher. Warner Brothers, also some outperformance today, up about 7.5%. Top gainer in the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ 100. Some insider buying. A director, Anthony Levy, reported a series of insider stock transactions to the SEC. Stock is still down about 11% since the end of July, but it is up about 15% year to date. Here's something different. Ticker WBTN. We're talking about Webtoon Entertainment.
Yeah. Can I just tell you, I saw this route yesterday, the big move, and I didn't know it was a public company.
It is a public company. It's also 81% higher in today's session, jumping by a record today. Stock is up the most since its IPO. It is now a roughly $2.1 billion market cap company. It's based in LA. It's a storytelling tech platform. And the news today, a Disney partnership to launch 100 comics on its platform. Yeah. And the company reported earnings. I know, right?
Big deal in my household. Yeah, I never knew it was a public company.
You're watching cartoons?
I have children.
I think the kids, and I don't mean young kids, right? I think that we had teenagers in our editorial meeting a few months ago telling us they love Webtoon. So it's a thing that they do.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be judgmental.
It's a bullish.
Was Romaine one of the teenagers?
Adults can watch cartoons too.
It's definitely I know. It's definitely a bullish thing. And speaking of bullish, I got to just bring this up. I wasn't sure that this would be a gainer. IPO today.
You weren't sure it was going to be a gainer? What were you waiting on, for it to drop from 84% gain
triple at the open
to flip to negative?
It kind of bounced. All right. It kind of bounced around. Be kind.
Between 145% and 83%.
Hey, come on, guys.
Hey.
The ticker is BLSH. It's kind of a clever ticker. Yeah. It is up about 89% in its first day of trading. Can I throw one more in there?
Sure.
Don't look at me to ask.
UAMY. If you haven't checked out this ticker, it's U.S. Antimony. We had the CEO. It's not rare earth minerals, but it's all about a specific mineral that's used in bullets and defense. And we had the CEO on, and the stock is up about 5%. And I think clearly say it's as a result of our interview. So check out the interview online.
All right, I'm going to go with...
I'm done.
I want to start with NVIDIA on the decliner side, down 0.9%. We did see semis and power generation stocks that were linked to the AI boom selling off today. This after CoreWeave gave a disappointing earnings outlook that reflected costs of rapid data center expansion. NVIDIA fell as much as 2.1%. It did close at a record yesterday, $183.16.
Even with the export tax.
Was that all-time high. I want to talk CoreWeave, down 21% today. The company reported a wider quarterly loss. It gave a disappointing earnings outlook. It raised concerns about its rapid AI data center expansion, putting some pressure on profit margins. The company's CEO said, quote, "We are scaling rapidly as we look to meet the unprecedented demand for AI." The company said it's spending on acquisitions and new capacity. And finally, Kava, down 16.6%. The company shares fell after it trimmed its annual sales guidance and cited slower quarterly sales growth. I saw Brett Schulman on your air We're going to have to put that on hold, though, because we're getting some earnings.
Yeah, Cisco, remember them? They're actually out with their earnings right now. We're going to start first with the most recent quarter, the fiscal fourth quarter. Revenue did come in relatively in line with estimates at about $14.67 billion. On the EPS side, it also looks like a modest beat, 99 cents versus 98. But here's your forecast going forward. The company says for the full fiscal year, which basically started at the start of this month, adjusted EPS will be in a range of 4 to 406. The street was looking for 403. So a tight range that pretty much straddles the line of what the street was looking for. And the revenue guidance, the company says that for revenue for the full year, $59 to $60 billion. Again, tight guidance here. The street was looking for 59.49. You see the reaction there in the shares here, down about 3%. And maybe this is the idea that for a company that was supposed to finally be nudging its way into the AI ecosystem, maybe investors were looking for maybe a little bit more upside on the guidance.
The gross margin, 65.7% GAAP, non-GAAP, 68.4%. Just incredible margins. But keep in mind, this was the poster child for overspending to build out infrastructure during the dot-com bubble, right? And we're looking at other companies showing signs of that today, like CoreWeave, right? So it's interesting to see Cisco come out and post this kind of growth, this kind of gross margins. You wonder if they can keep it going on. The CEO saying that it was a strong close to the fiscal year, that in the fiscal year here, driven by accelerated innovation and solid execution. AI infrastructure orders signal a massive opportunity ahead, according to Rob.
And they do say in the release that their AI infrastructure from web scale clients, so basically those hyperscalers, that was over 800 million. Should also point out, you were mentioning the CEO's comments in the press statement. Chuck Robbins, he is scheduled to be on Bloomberg Television tomorrow during Bloomberg Tech.
All right, looking forward to that. I mean, the stock has definitely been moving up this year on expectations that it would definitely be able to play into the AI impact that we've seen on so many different companies. Chuck Robbins, though, also moving into the services area, and service revenue, $3.79 billion versus $3.78 billion year over year. The estimate was $386, so a little shy of what the street was expecting. Again, they've been trying to kind of, modernize their model, move into other areas. And so maybe it's just not a straight move forward for this company, because you definitely see some disappointment by investors, down about 3% here in the aftermarket. Again, though, it's been moving up this year to date.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say a lot of questions on that. And I just want to point out, ticker COHR, Coherent, which also operates in this space. Those shares down 14% right now. Apparently some disappointment in its guidance as well.
Yeah, worth noting, once again, the AI infrastructure orders that the company got from web scale customers in fiscal 2025, that was more than double Cisco's original target. Still, investors not so happy with the results.
Yeah, right through right now by Dina Bass and Brody Ford. Cisco giving a lukewarm outlook with investors craving that AI boost. So some writing through on that earnings release.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.